All right, my friends, welcome back to Salt City Counseling. Once again, my name's Scott. If you're new here, I'm a licensed therapist here in the beautiful state of Utah. I hope all of you are doing well out there. It's been a while since I've made any videos. Truth be told, it's like I'm kind of going through yet again some more of my existential crises and trying to figure out how I want to fit in this crazy world and the chaos and being pulled somewhere between wanting to speak up, be heard, say something, and somewhere between that and just kind of retreating back to where I find my peace and just staying there until I die, basically. So I'm a little back and forth, but today's topic in this video is one that's just really really important to me, and I just feel very strongly that it needs to be talked about, and that is the fact that fathers are being cut out of children's lives so often these days, and there's just not enough therapists out there. There's not nearly as many mental health professionals out there talking about this issue amongst many as there should be. Now, there are several issues with this, with dads being cut out. So, probably going to be several videos, multiple videos, a multitude of videos. This is a It's just a topic that's really, really important to me. But for the purposes of this video, I want to talk about how the system enables destructive, abusive moms to remove the father from the picture. And this is child abuse. To just rip a father from a child's life because you're angry at him, because you want a scapegoat, because you want somebody to blame, or you think he's bad for some reason, and you're just ripping him from that child's life. That's child abuse. We don't talk nearly enough about this. This is going to be the primary topic of this video because it's something that I've been very more and more as of late kind of discouraged about, and people just need to talk about it. It needs to be talked about. So I'm a mental health professional. I'm a licensed therapist. I just renewed my license for 2 more years, even though I would eventually like to let my therapy license lapse and leave that broken ass profession behind, one that I just used to believe in. I don't believe in it anymore. Unfortunately, I've lost faith in it, partially because of this. There aren't any therapists out there who are talking about this issue, who are vocalizing and saying, "Hey, do everything you can to keep the father in the child's life. And if you rip the father out unnecessarily, that's child abuse. You will harm that child." You will never hear therapists talk about that ever. Ever, ever, ever. None of them talk about that. But someone has to. And so, like, I will admit, for me, it's like I'm this is literally venturing out into territory that is completely taboo. And like, don't get me wrong. I know there are a lot of therapists out there that agree with me. I know there are tons of them that are out there that agree with me, that support the presence of fathers in their children's lives. But by God, they're just too quiet. I never hear from them. They don't talk about this. They don't speak up. And quite frankly, this to me speaks to a whole other topic, and that is that the whole mental health industry has just become a man-hating industry. I hear it all the time. Because I had to renew my license recently, that means I was cramming my continuing education units, and I was going to conferences and listening to conferences and attending them virtually and going to ethics conferences and listening to their bullshit biases about men and thinking that it's funny and cute to shit on men. And it's tragic. It's tragic. And so the mental health community in general does not care about men, does not care about this issue. They're dead silent about male suicide. Dead silent. We're required to attend 2 additional hours every cycle, every renewal cycle of suicide training, and they never, and I mean never mentioned the ever. I never hear it mentioned because I attended at least 2 this year. I ended up doing double, not on purpose. It just sort of ended up that way. But they never mention how the suicide statistics are overwhelmingly affecting men and boys. There's just you could hear a pin drop if you bring it up. They don't wanna talk about it. Frankly, most of them don't care.